Warranty Rewards is your opportunity really to profit in a $50 billion and growing industry. Haven't we all been to the big boxes and they try to sell you a warranty, right? And they all do it from a fear factor standpoint, right? You just bought this $1,000 and they go, you need to protect it. And nowadays it's tough to even get out of the store without them like handcuffing you or bringing the manager over there to buy it. Well, we're doing it different. We're doing it from a peace of mind standpoint, which we'll go into. So how many people here are guests? Anybody guess? Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes. That's fantastic. Well, I always tell people when I do the meetings, this meeting's actually for you guests. You want to know why? Because we got everybody else's money already. Lock that door back there, okay, Yoni? I'm kidding, but what we want you guests to do, really, is take a look at this and see if it makes sense, like it makes sense to us. And if it does, we want you to join our team and get started. Because, you know, there's something about being in a fresh opportunity, but when you can be first to market, whatever you're going to do can be magnified 10 times, 100 times what you could do in a normal opportunity. So, and we all know at My Warranty Rewards, we have this product that covers them all under one warranty. All righty. For one low monthly fee, and here's some of the items that you can look at, right? And there's countless other ones, right? We bought a new, Jay, you told me about that blender that you said that was the best of the best. It's something, and my wife went out and got that. That's it, right? And it's pretty pricey. I got a lifetime warranty on it now, right? I mean, it's just incredible the things that you can put on there. All right. The plan summary is no limit to the number of products you can put on there, so you can put as many as you want. There's no limit. Past, present, and future, you can go back 4 years. The coverage never expires. It doesn't end. It doesn't have a shelf life. Over 10,000 service centers, we guarantee to repair, replace, or refund. Now, when I heard that refund, I didn't know what that meant, but one of our agents had a Blu-ray, and they don't make it anymore. They can't fix it. You just throw it away when it does. And they actually send them a check back for it. Yeah. AM Best rated insured. A rating when it comes to Better Business Bureau. See, we've got something. This isn't some idea that we cooked up a few months ago and said, why don't we try this? They've been doing this for years, and it's your opportunity to take it out to the masses. And all right. And all for just $29.97.
I stopped working the business. I went in and I pretty much retired. Wasn't doing anything. Then my buddy Ernest Franklin had to call me. And I looked at this and went down and met with Jay and Yoni, and I wasn't going to do it. Come back and I told my girlfriend, I said, I want you to look at this. I said, I know we don't want to do it. I know we're not going to do it. I just don't know why. Okay, but I want you to look at it and tell me why we don't want to do this. And she said, Tim, I don't even have to look at it to tell you why. And I said, well, tell me. She said, because you retired. I said, I know, but look at it and give me the reason we're not going to do this. So she looked at it 3 times. She said, I think you can retire when you're 60.
I don't care if you made $1 or $1 million. Doesn't matter right now. This is a level playing field. I don't care if you've been networking since the 70s or this is your first look at a networking business. That's where we are. Because the number one money earner who will be in this company hasn't even showed up yet. I hear you talking, start producing. I hear you, and I love the confidence, but we know documentation must meet the conversation, doesn't it? Okay, this is not a hype machine. We don't need that with Jay Turk and his pedigree. We don't need that. What we have in Jay, we have a man that's a philanthropist at heart. He doesn't have to do this. He's already rich. He's so rich that he thinks that $3,000 ain't no money for a mortgage or rent. I look at the presentation, I say, Jay, you know what, God bless you, man, because look, I know you live in Manhattan, And to you, $3,000 a month don't sound like a lot in rent and mortgage. But in Texas, is that enough house for your house in Texas? You see? So I'm like, oh, thank you, Jay. As a matter of fact, everybody say, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. All right, because that's what time it is. Look, so listen, I don't care. Jail to Yale, we can do this. PhD to GED, we can do it.
This is what's happened in the industry. Well, we've taken a look at it and decided it's time for a change, and here's why. Because consumers, so many warranties have been sold and are being sold in the US today. And I think all of us know when we buy them, we feel like we're getting ripped off. I don't know how else to put it, you know? I know that's what we feel. Or here's better yet, do you want a warranty? Now what happens is we get to play devil and angel. Should I, shouldn't I? You should. No, I shouldn't. You know, and you go back and forth with yourself to decide what you're going to do. So what we did is we changed the way warranties are going to be sold in this country. So let's take a look at the three components, and there's many others, but let's take a look at three components that make up a warranty. Number one is the product. Somebody's got to design the product. Second component is what we call third-party administrator. And the third is the insurance carrier. And all of the insurance carriers we use in any of the programs that you will ever see come out from us are AM Best rated insurance carriers.
So that night we signed up, and I mean, it was like 9:30 that night, and a little after midnight we quit calling people, and we built a huge team in one day, and it exploded from there. And the reason that I made the money I did with the prior company, I still get paid from them, so I say prior company, but it's still my company. I had a system that we used, and my team there is over 50,000 people, and I didn't do that. I put in a few, and we taught this system, and it works. That's what's put me where I'm at here with this company this fast, is because of the system, and I want to share it with you. It's a very simple system.
You go out there and bring in one new agent this month, and you do it again next month and teach them to do the same thing. In just 6 months, you've got a completely filled matrix. Now, that's 6 people that you personally sponsored. Could I just have a show of hands of how many people that are in the business already that personally sponsored 6 people in their first month? A lot of hands went up. How about first week? All right, guys. I mean, I'm just telling you. See, so we're talking one a month. Be the one a month club. Make it part of the deal. Get a commitment from your people. That's $453 a month. It'll change most people's lives according to the United States government. It'll cut down on divorces and cut down on bankruptcies. Okay? It isn't the, see, being short $500 one month doesn't bother you. It's the next month, the third month, the fourth. That's where you get in trouble. I love this. 25% check match. 25. This is a woo, 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 woo. Yeah. This is on the total earnings. This isn't just on a portion of the income. We pay it on the matrix. We pay it on the customers. We pay it on the coded. We pay it on the fast starts. We pay it on every time they get a weekly or monthly check. You got to be looking for people that want to go out there and make some money. You can go out there and get as many people as you want. This is an example of somebody you brought in, made $280 that week. You made 70. Somebody 120, 40, 780, 195, 60. You need to kick them in the butt a little bit. 420, you hug them a little bit. Right? But you don't have to stop there. You can get as many as you want.
But it's been absolutely incredible to reconnect with my good friend Bill Hoffman. Bill and I worked together in the YTV days over 10 years ago, and I've been in the industry myself for about 26 years. And And I told Bill, using a golfing term, I'm on the back nine of my career, okay? I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, and I tried to call him and pitch him on a program, and he said, well, Jock, hold on, I got something for you, okay? So he told me about this company, and I mean, within 5 minutes, Bill's like E.F. Hutman. Yeah, it was E.F. Hutman, right? Yeah, people listened, right? So Bill kind of had me stuck in my tracks. I said, man, I gotta listen to what Bill's talking about. So when he told me about this, I got a chance to talk to Yoni and Jay, and fell in love with those guys. And I just want to thank my friends that came down here. Theo came in from Seattle. Let's think Theo came on down. Joe and Janet came in from LA. And my good friend Najeli came all the way from Santa Maria, okay, and California. And so I want to thank them for coming on down, just on short notice. And then Erica Harris, Erica, she just signed up from Chicago, so she's our newest member. There she is, Erica, there she go, okay. All right. And folks, real quick, because I know we're on a time crunch right here, but like I said, I've been in this industry and been very, very fortunate. Met a lot of wonderful people. I'm a former president, too, of a company, too. Matter of fact, I was a president when I was here in Dallas about 5 years ago of a network marketing company. And I've met a lot of great people. And one of the most phenomenal people I've met was a good friend of mine who played here for the Dallas Mavericks. I was introduced to him by a good friend of mine, AC Green, that played with the Lakers and the Mavericks also. And Robert Pack, he was big down here in Dallas, out here in Flower Mound. Where's Flower Mound? Is that a real city? It is? Okay. Okay, a guy said, meet me in Flower Mound. I said, really? Is that a... Okay, so anyway, I asked one of my friends, Reggie Barnes, to play with the Dallas Cowboys. He was here. A lot of you guys met him last night, you know. And so Reggie's thinking about joining tomorrow, so that's going to be great. But I asked my other good friend who played with the Celtics, the Pacers, and was very, very successful here with the Dallas Mavericks. Mr. Eric Strickland is here with us today. And Eric, not only did he make millions in the NBA, but he's made 5 figures here in this industry of cooperative marketing. And so if you're a professional, a doctor, lawyer, or any other type of business, I would like you just hear from him, from his perspective of why you could be successful here with Warranty Rewards. So without any further ado, let's bring up NBA champion, Mr. Eric Strickland.
Good day. How are you guys doing today? Good, good. Y'all look beautiful as well. Look, I'm not going to be before you long. I did want to just take this moment just to share a little bit of information about how it makes sense to how you can transition and how you can use it while you're working. At the time when Jock brought it to me and Robert Pack brought it to me, I was retiring from the NBA. And I was working for Mark Cuban with the Dallas Mavericks from 2006 to 2009. So I was a professional. I was manager of business relations for the Mavericks. So it acquired a lot of my time, took a lot of my time. And at first I told Jock, I don't have no time. So when I looked at that, and I'm sure some of you all have your own professions and you're all doing your own things, one of the things I did do was I said, well, let me take a second to take a look, and if it makes sense, then it can make dollars. Is that true? So that's what I did. I took the time, acquired, got the information, and I stood before each and everybody, just like yourself, and I sat in the same place that you sat, and I realized that it was an opportunity. And I didn't know the money until it started coming in, the checks that was coming in on a regular basis. And I started saying, well, maybe I could put a little bit more time here as well, and I can make a little bit more money, and I ended up doing that. So when you realize that everybody you sit next to at work, everybody you go to lunch with are customers, are an opportunity, then you realize at the end of the day that you do have time. Because those same people you walk with, you sit down with, you eat lunch with, each and every one of them have the same equipment that you have, iPads and iPhones and Galaxies and computers. And all it is striking up a minimal conversation just to let them know that this is an opportunity for you as well. And it's a tremendous opportunity. What they're doing, what I've seen just on the short end of what warranty rewards are is that it has legs, it makes sense, so therefore it can make dollars for you. It's early in the game, might as well get involved, run with it, give it a shot as was spoken, give it a year. And if it doesn't work for you for a year, then you can move on to the next opportunity that presents itself. I believe it's a great one for me. I made a lot of money, and I'm used to seeing checks, $100,000 coming in, every 2 weeks, and it was a blessing to do that. But I can promise you that the Mavericks wasn't paying me $100,000 after I retired. So you got to figure out a way that it's going to do that for you, and for a couple $100 to have your own business, to be able to get those tax write-offs, and to be able to have those things to work for you is a tremendous opportunity, because you can't go and buy that. There's no way. As I worked with Acura as a manager in training, I was with Acura, and I'm done. I was with Acura. After that, when I saw those people go into that office, and the money that they spent on warranties was phenomenal. It blew my mind, the money that it cost, and the stuff that they're gonna bring to you here is the opportunity to sell it at a low cost, which makes sense to everybody that you're going to speak to. So it's a wonderful, thank you. I mean, I didn't expect to do this, but I just wanted to let you know that it is a tremendous opportunity, and I pray to God that it works out for you, and it's good. God bless you.
I want to just share a little bit about the Warranty Rewards vision, okay? And a little story, sort of how we got here, and I don't know, it's been 5 months, 6 months since conception, okay? So as everybody knows, the product company, Matrix, has been around since 2006, okay? The administrative company's been around. As Jay explained, we manage over 600,000 warranties across the country. And we didn't need to do this. That's what I told a couple of people. Jay and I own some other businesses. We own property and developments in Panama, which is where we met. We also own another company here in the States. And we weren't looking to do this. We weren't a couple of reps that said, hey, let's go do an MLM. Let's sell a dream. Let's open up the direct selling news. Call 3 companies. See who gives us the best price on strawberry flavored kale protein shake. And put a great name on it and call it the next best thing, and then go copy some binary comp plan. That's not our story. What happened was we had Matrix, we had the background in networking, and there was a click that came on, and in meeting with people, and we had met, of course, Bill, before anybody, was the first to say, you guys, what are you guys doing? You guys need to do your own deal. And kind of went in one ear out the other. It almost sounded like a nice gesture from Bill. It was almost like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It makes me feel good. Thanks for the compliment on the product. And he meant it. Fast forward 6 months, we kind of decided, hey, I think he was onto something. That was November. We scratched this on paper. Now, the reason we were able to do this is because we've had Matrix. We had the employees, the infrastructure, the support. Even though the networking side is new, the company's not new. And Jay's not new to the industry by no means. So all we did was took the infrastructure we had, tweaked it, because we knew that with a product like this, warranties have always been a one-on-one guided sale. Whether you buy it at the store, at the auto, whatever you buy it, it's guided, it's one-on-one. You can't sell warranties through advertising. I mean, you can. And in fact, most people don't know, right before this, with Matrix, we were ready to go on national TV, direct response. We had it in. And those people weren't very happy with us when we said we're not doing it. Because you can imagine, they were really excited to sell tens and tens of thousands of warranties. But we chose networking. We just believed in it, in so many ways. We understood the power of networking. We felt that this product, because of the strength of the product in terms of reach, because of the personal interaction it required, you had to explain this product, what it is. There's questions. So how many years back? 4 years. There's a couple of back and forth questions that come up that you can't do on a 30-second TV spot.
Yoni, is this true? If you buy like a car that costs $500 and another car that buys, it'll pay up to 2 cars? That is crazy cool. I mean, and the thing is once you hit that, It's not a requalification every month like all these other ones that get their cars repossessed. We won't mention any names that start with V. They got more BMWs that are being repossessed than they're paying for. Okay, these guys are excited about building this business with you. Okay, that's the thing. So be sure to get a handshake, say hello to them, get a picture if you know, whatever you can, because these guys are real guys that have strong passion on creating that peace of mind also on the financial freedom side of this.
We didn't realize there's people that can build big teams and huge organizations and make a lot of money that can also be good people. They're not all necessarily phonies. And we were slightly jaded. You know, I share this story about, you know, everybody talks about there could be a stigma. You know, there's a stigma associated with networking. There's a stigma associated with warranties. Not so much to the public, but if you're in the warranty business, there's a stigma. And we admit, Jay and I had a stigma. It's crazy how we're here. We had a stigma. And unfortunately, some of the things we saw validated that stigma. So, you know, having met first Ernest, and then Tim, and then knowing Bill, but I thought Bill, you know, he was like 1 out of a million. That didn't really exist. And quite honestly, we knew Bill. We had no clue about what he'd done. We were friends first. We had met Bill. We knew he was from the industry. We had no clue he was a top income earner with over almost 200,000 people in his downline. So that was a nice surprise to find out that our friend Bill kind of knew what he was doing. And again, good guy. It was based on friendship first, kindling. You know, he came down to Florida. I still remember a few years ago we had lunch, and I'm not even sure why he came down to Florida, but it was fun, and we kind of hung out. So, you know, the what? It was the fun part. It's always fun, baby. That's what we do. We're always having fun. You know, that's the only way I could take those phone calls. That's the only way I look at my wife. See, before this, I would take phone calls, and I would turn around, and it wouldn't be it'd be pretty, but not towards me. I'd have that, you know, some guys get turned on with that look. Not me. I get nervous. But with this, I get, my wife, she gets nervous if I don't, what's wrong? Where's the phone calls? You know, why aren't you getting calls in the middle of the night? And I'm starting to think, oh my God, what are you guys doing to my family here? This is crazy, but it's fun. When I don't get those phone calls, it's not the business withdrawal. I get friendship withdrawal, man. I want to get on a call. What's going on? TV's boring. The NBA playoffs, I just want to know the score. The World Cup, I'm going to watch a 1-minute review. I don't need to sit there and watch all. So this thing is so fun, and again, I'll admit, from that stigma, from the outside looking in, I thought you guys are all crazy, man. As a vendor, when Jay and I look, we think these people don't sleep, they don't eat. There's a phone at 6 in the morning, 2 o'clock at night. Who does that stuff? And I'm proud to say I do, man. I do. I was up in Canada. It's Thursday night. I'm so bored because I missed my Tim. I called Tim. It's Thursday night. Thinking, what am I doing? This is $5 a minute. I'm on roaming. But I'm over to see an old friend of mine. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I called him. He's on the phone with a couple of people. He connects me on a three-way. Boom, we're doing it again. I got my fix, you know, on vacation. I loved it.
You may not do this business for residual income, but you will stay in this business 10 years out for residual income. Because what I had the ability to do in running a full-time law practice, having a wife at home and 4 kids, was be able to be out of the office for about 300 days from 2010 to 2011, and Jeffrey knows that, and Brad knows that. To be able to be at the hospital in care and do the things that you could do, we're still getting a check in every month for the work that you've done years before.
The Matrix does one thing that any other business doesn't do. He said, not only does it tell you that your downline's not working, if you're not getting a spillover, it tells you your upline's not working too. So again, have some accountability, work with others, don't expect others to do it if you're not doing it. So get out and build your team.
In this company, and it's where we are, the three of us, is is you start with enthusiasm, right? We've seen it here today. I mean, there's lots of enthusiasm, and your business will do this with enthusiasm, okay? Bear with me just a second. It'll go up and down, all right? Over time, that enthusiasm and being consistent and doing things like our success system we've started, do that over time. That enthusiasm, those waves of up and downs get shorter, and it starts to go up because you become committed. Be committed to MWR. Keep that consistency going over time. And guys, the last thing, when that line starts to level out and it keeps going up and your paychecks go with 2 and 3 commas in them and instead of no commas, you get convicted. Guys, be convicted about My Warranty Rewards. We have that conviction. We want to spill it over to our team, and just glad to be a part of it, guys. Thank y'all.